Hey everyone. So as I said, there was going to be one last little video for English Comp 2, and this is it. And I do mean little because if you recall, going all the way back to the syllabus, and I do mean all the way back to the syllabus, we, if you remember when we talked about what's the assignments for the class. Remember how we said 75% of the grade is your 4 essays? Still true. And then the last 25% is your journals that you've been doing every week and the peer review. So there's two things I want to talk about as far as this. Number one is I know the peer review was a little shaky. A couple of you emailed me having some issues with contacting your group members or group members not responding. If that is the case and you have reached out to one of those group members and they did not respond to you, and that's why you haven't turned in a peer review yet, it's okay. Okay? I am extending out that peer review due date. I originally said, due by this last Sunday. As long as you get it to me before the end of class, which, again, reminder, you have until Sunday, August 3rd to turn in anything for me. So, very specifically, if you hear from your group members for the peer review sometime during this week, even though you've already started working on your final draft because you turned in a rough draft, that's fine, okay? Still go through with it, and you can turn in your peer review component, which is your reflection of what your peer partner said. Now, this is what I will say. If you do not hear from your group members at all, you don't get any feedback, you don't hear from them, you don't reach out to them. Well, if you don't reach out to them, that's on you, but reach out if you haven't heard back from them and it's already getting to Friday, email me. Okay? I'm being serious, 100%. If you are part of a peer group and you didn't turn in your peer review and you can't get a hold of a person in your peer group by Friday, you need to email me. That is the latest I will take an email is Friday about this. Okay? If there's an issue, you need to contact me by Friday. Let me know, and we will figure out what to do from there. If you do not reach out to me by Friday, if you have not heard from a group member and you have reached out to them, we will figure something out. But if you have not reached out to them, you need to do that. Okay? You have to initiate. Email your group members. Again, if you haven't heard back from them and it is Friday of this week, which is August 1st, email me. Okay? We will figure something out. If you don't email me and you either don't hear back from your group members or you do and you just don't do it, you will get a 0 for the peer review. Just telling you that now. That's how that works. But, so, that's the first thing. That's part of the grades. That's an actual important piece. The other thing, if you will recall, is that I talked about a presentation way back when. Because there used to be a presentation component required for this class in particular. And in an online setting, I find doing live presentations difficult. So, this time around, I've made the presentations optional. Okay? So they are ungraded. And I did say, if you want to do a presentation of your research essay, you definitely can. And if you recall, in our last lecture, I did talk about what a good presentation looks like. Because it's important to know how to do presentation skills. So, this is where I tell you. If you do a presentation, you can earn bonus points in this class. I will put those points on your lowest graded assignment. Okay, so I already talked about the presentation in the formatting in the last presentation, but I will also say, as long as your presentation is within 3 to 7 minutes, okay? For some of you, if it's a really long presentation because it's a really big essay, and I've looked at some of your drafts and some of them are really big essays, that's fine if it goes over 7. But if it's within the 3 to 7 minute range, you will earn bonus points. The quality of your presentation will determine how many points you can earn. And that's where in week 8 folders, you can see where I'm at. Week 8, your research essay revision, your journal 8 reflection, and your presentations. Due date is 8/3. You click and start this. Like I said, it's worth no points. So it's not something that if you don't do it, you lose out on anything. This is just extra points. Okay? All you'll do, because there's no instructions for it, all you'll do is click on the submission box and turn in something. This can be a YouTube video. It doesn't have to be a PowerPoint. You can make a video. Be a link to a YouTube video. Heck, if you want to make it a bunch of TikToks because you think it's really interesting and people should know about it, go ahead and do that. Give me the links to all the TikTok videos because I know TikTok has a limit on how long. And yeah, you can get, I forget how long you can get up to on a TikTok, but go ahead. If you want to make it a big Facebook post, you want to make it some kind of interactive thing, go for it. Just make sure you're providing the links here. Because that's the joy of it. Presentations don't have to be boring. They can be fun. So this is why I said this is completely optional. It's bonus points if you do it. And the reason why I'm even talking about it in kind of in this way at this point is I read rough drafts. That's all I did over the weekend was look at rough drafts and gave feedback. Some of you have a really solid foundation and need very little work on it. I imagine that if you see my feedback today, when I'm recording this Monday, you will have a final draft for me by the end of the day. So why not try to earn some bonus points? Have some fun with it. Present your information in a unique way. For others, you need more work on your essay, and you can do that, and I believe you can do that and still have time to do this. Make a interesting video about it, or make a presentation about it. I believe almost every student has the capability at this current stage to make a presentation. The only students that I can't speak for are the ones who haven't turned in a rough draft yet. So, that being said, thank you very much. If you would like to do the presentations, please submit it here in whatever format you have. I'm excited to watch it. Okay? It's not necessary. What is necessary is the peer review. Okay? That's it. This is the last video. I told you it's going to be a short little one. But thank you very much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you sticking it out, and I appreciate you coming to a little video that essentially is just reminding you what is due and what you can do. Like I said, there wasn't really a lecture in this last week. You've done well. You've put in the hard work. And in English Comp 2, there's not much I can teach you at this point. We talked about research. We talked about writing. We talked about formatting. We talked about, how to put arguments together. Now you have to do it. So do it. Go forth and do it. Make the writing happen. And I will see you another time.